A beautiful surprise is on its way. My beloved child, as this moment unfolds before you, listen closely, because every second from here on carries the quiet footsteps of destiny approaching, like a gentle knock on a closed door that only your heart can hear, a sign that a beautiful surprise is already on its way toward you, wrapped in timing you cannot yet see but can deeply feel. There are seasons in life when everything feels silent, when the world seems still and your doubts become louder than your dreams, yet in that silence something majestic is being prepared for you, something crafted with patience, grace, and purpose. While you watch this and breathe in every word, you are standing at the threshold of a turning point, and even though nothing appears different on the outside, a shift is happening beneath the surface of your journey, the kind of shift that happens right before a miracle arrives. Imagine the sky just moments before sunrise, how the world is still dark but the horizon is secretly glowing. That's where you are right now, standing between where you've been and where you are meant to go, unaware that the universe has begun aligning people, moments, and opportunities in your favor. And as you hold on, as you stay present here, you will sense that this message isn't coincidence. It is a gentle whisper reminding you that what's coming toward you is not ordinary, not predictable, but a once-in-a-lifetime blessing traveling slowly yet surely in your direction. There were days when you felt unnoticed, when your effort seemed unseen, when the weight of your struggles made you wonder whether all your patience was being poured into empty space. But every tear, every quiet prayer, every silent sacrifice was being collected, stored, and remembered by time itself, and now that time is beginning to respond. The journey hasn't been easy, and deep inside you've carried hopes you never spoke aloud, dreams you kept hidden because the world around you failed to understand their depth, yet those very dreams have been breathing beneath your courage, waiting for the right moment to bloom. The beautiful surprise approaching you is not just an event, not just good news, but a healing moment, a restoration of everything you thought you had lost along the way. You will soon realize that nothing you went through was wasted. Every delay, every detour, every heartbreak was shaping you, strengthening you, preparing your heart to receive something greater than what you once wished for. So as you listen now, stay present, because each passing breath brings that blessing closer, and though you cannot see its shape yet, your spirit can feel its arrival like the soft echo of distant footsteps gently drawing near. There is someone, somewhere, thinking of you in ways you never imagined, holding a memory of you with warmth, admiration, and gratitude, and their path is slowly weaving toward yours like two rivers destined to meet. There is an opportunity forming with your name written upon it, emerging quietly behind the scenes, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal itself. There is a conversation that will change your direction, a message that will light up your ordinary day, a moment when everything you once questioned will suddenly make sense. Life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it, not with noise or chaos, but with a soft, breathtaking realization that what we prayed for is finally standing before us. And when that moment arrives, it won't feel rushed or confusing, it will feel peaceful, familiar, as if your heart had been expecting it all along. You will look back at the hardest nights and realize they were not signs of abandonment, but gentle pauses before your story began to unfold into something extraordinary. Right now, you may not realize how close you are to the breakthrough forming ahead of you, to a chapter brighter, kinder, and more fulfilling than any you've lived before. The world around you may still look the same, your routine may still feel unchanged, but deep within the fabric of your future, threads of hope are being woven together into something brilliant. A beautiful surprise is on its way, and it carries healing for your tired spirit, clarity for your confused heart, and joy for the spaces within you that once felt empty. Soon, you will see doors opening that were once locked, opportunities flowing where there was once stagnation, and connections forming that feel meaningful and divinely timed. You are stepping into a moment where your patience will finally meet its reward, where your resilience will transform into celebration, where your story will shift from waiting to receiving in the most unexpected yet perfect way. And when it happens, when that surprising blessing stands before you, you will understand that every moment of waiting was leading you towards something beautiful, something profound, something truly meant for you. So breathe deeply, remain steady, and let your heart stay open, because your journey is not entering a chapter of loss or uncertainty, it is entering a divine unfolding, a season where beauty arrives quietly yet powerfully into your life. You are closer than you think, nearer than you realize, and the path ahead of you is already shimmering with promise, even if your eyes cannot yet see it. The beautiful surprise coming your way will not just change your circumstances, it will awaken your hope, restore your strength, and remind you that your story has always been guided with care and intention. And as you move forward from this moment, carry this truth gently within you: something extraordinary is approaching your life, and when it arrives, it will feel like destiny finally whispering, "This is what you were waiting for." My beloved child, tonight the air feels different, as if the invisible threads of destiny are pulling tighter and closer, guiding you toward a moment that will soon unfold before your eyes like the opening of a long-awaited letter written just for you. And even if your world still appears quiet on the outside, deep within the unseen layers of your journey something is moving, something preparing, something beautifully destined to arrive when you least expect it. You have walked through seasons of uncertainty, through corridors of doubt where your heart carried silent questions, yet through it all you never realized that every step you took was leading you nearer to a revelation that will not only surprise you but awaken parts of your soul you thought had faded away. This message comes to you like a gentle echo across time, reminding you that the beautiful surprise on its way is not delayed, not forgotten, but carefully timed, and the reason you are hearing this now is because the moment of alignment is closer than your doubts, closer than your fears, closer than the shadows of your past. There is a powerful shift gathering around your life, forming quietly like clouds before rainfall, and soon you will witness opportunities appearing in places you once believed were closed off forever, doors reopening, connections resurfacing, and blessings returning in ways that will feel almost unbelievable. Someone who once overlooked your worth will begin to recognize it, someone who once doubted your strength will be humbled by your resilience, and someone who has been silently watching your journey from afar will feel drawn toward you with sincerity and depth. A conversation is approaching that will light a spark inside you, a message that will arrive at the perfect moment, and when you read or hear it, you will feel a rush of realization that everything you waited for was not in vain. If this moment speaks to your heart, share this feeling forward like a ripple of hope to another soul who needs reassurance, because your story is not meant to stay hidden, it is meant to inspire, to remind others that miracles travel quietly before they appear. Your life is entering a chapter where your efforts will finally be seen, where your patience will finally be acknowledged, where the seeds you planted in silence will begin to bloom before you with beauty and grace. The beautiful surprise coming toward you carries healing for past disappointments and warmth for the places inside you that once felt cold. It will arrive gently, yet its impact will be powerful enough to change how you see your journey, your worth, and your future. Soon, you will find yourself smiling at moments that once brought you pain, understanding lessons that once confused you, and feeling gratitude for experiences that once weighed heavily on your heart. And when that turning point arrives, leave a quiet trace of your thoughts, like a soft comment carved into time, because your voice matters, your experience matters, and your unfolding story carries light for others still walking through the dark. There are blessings traveling toward you through unexpected paths, through people you have not yet met, through chances you did not foresee, through doors you never imagined would open again, and when they appear, they will not feel random or accidental, but purposeful, destined, meant for you in a way nothing else ever has. The universe has been rearranging timelines, shifting energies, guiding you away from what was never meant to stay so that your heart would be free to receive what truly belongs in your life. As you stand here in this moment between waiting and receiving, stay connected to this journey, stay close to the unfolding of your story, as if you are choosing to walk beside every revelation that is still yet to come, because more is approaching, deeper than you expect, brighter than you imagine, and this is only the beginning of the transformation that awaits you. And soon, when that beautiful surprise finally arrives and your heart recognizes it instantly, not as coincidence, but as destiny fulfilling its promise, you will look back on every doubt, every delay, every quiet night you endured and realize they were not barriers, but preparation. Your spirit will feel lighter, your perspective clearer, your path brighter, and you will understand that your journey was never standing still, it was rising, maturing, aligning with something extraordinary. Remain calm, remain hopeful, remain present in this unfolding season, and let your heart stay open to what is coming next, because the story of your life is stepping into a moment of wonder, and the greatest chapters are still moving toward you, one breath, one heartbeat, one destined revelation at a time. My beloved child, in this quiet moment where your thoughts wander between hope and memory, feel how the air around you carries a subtle shift, as if the universe itself is leaning closer, whispering to your spirit that something magnificent is approaching your life with gentle but unstoppable certainty. And though the world may still look ordinary, beneath that stillness a breathtaking transformation is gathering strength for you. There are seasons when life tests your patience not to break you, but to stretch your capacity to receive something greater than what you once prayed for, and you are standing inside one of those sacred seasons now, a threshold where the past is loosening its grip and the future is preparing to reveal a gift you never saw coming. Every challenge you faced, every unanswered question you carried in silence, every moment where you felt unnoticed has woven itself into the timing of the beautiful surprise on its way, and soon you will understand why certain doors closed, why certain people left, and why your path took turns you could not explain. What is approaching you is not late, it is precise, intentional, arriving at the exact moment your heart is strong enough to embrace it fully, without fear, without hesitation, without doubt. There is a story unfolding behind the scenes of your life, deeper and more meaningful than you realize, and within that story lies a revelation that will shift how you see yourself, your worth, and your destiny. Someone who once misunderstood your silence will soon recognize the depth of your strength, someone who once kept their distance will feel drawn toward your light, and someone whose presence belongs in your journey is slowly finding their way back into your orbit with sincerity and truth. The beautiful surprise on its way does not rush, because it is crafted with care, and when it enters your life, it will feel like a missing piece returning home, like a melody completing a song that had long remained unfinished. You will feel a calm realization rise within you, a sense that everything you endured was guiding you toward this very moment, and the weight you once carried will begin to dissolve into peace. And as this shift approaches, your spirit is already sensing it, your intuition is already aware of it, and your heart is preparing itself to open in ways it never has before. There will come a day, sooner than you expect, when you wake up and feel that something has changed, not outside of you, but within you, a lightness in your soul, a quiet certainty that life is no longer standing still. Conversations will begin to sound different, opportunities will begin to feel aligned rather than forced, and the timing of events around you will begin to flow with an ease you haven't experienced in a long time. Someone will speak words you have long needed to hear, an unexpected message will arrive at the perfect moment, and a situation that once felt heavy will transform into clarity and relief. The beautiful surprise approaching your life carries healing for old wounds and comfort for the spaces inside you that once felt abandoned, and when it arrives, it will not feel overwhelming, it will feel right, natural, destined, as if your heart had been waiting for it across lifetimes. You will look at your reflection and see not just survival, but quiet strength, not just endurance, but growth, not just hope, but fulfillment gently unfolding before you. There is a path forming beneath your feet that is leading you toward alignment, not by coincidence, but by divine orchestration. Every delay was protection, every detour was guidance, every pause was preparation for what is about to enter your life with grace and meaning. Soon, the moments that once confused you will reveal their purpose, and the pieces of your story that once felt scattered will begin to connect into a picture far more beautiful than anything you imagined. The beautiful surprise on its way will not only change your circumstances, it will awaken your spirit, deepen your gratitude, and remind you that nothing in your journey was ever wasted. Your resilience has written chapters of strength that the future will honor, and the blessings approaching you will reflect every tear you once hid, every prayer you whispered in silence, every hope you refused to give up on. You are closer than you think, nearer than you realize, already stepping into the light of a season where your heart will finally exhale. So hold this moment gently, let your soul remain calm and open, because life is not moving away from you, it is moving toward you with intention, drawing nearer with each passing day, carrying a blessing crafted specifically for your journey and your growth. The beautiful surprise coming your way will not arrive with noise, but with peace, not with chaos, but with clarity, not with uncertainty, but with the quiet assurance that this is what you were meant to receive all along. And when it finally stands before you, when your heart recognizes it, when your spirit feels it, when your life softens into its presence, you will understand that every wait, every pause, every silent chapter was guiding you toward this extraordinary unfolding that was always meant for you. My beloved child, as this unfolding journey carries you deeper into the quiet rhythm of destiny, feel how every breath you take is aligned with a moment that is drawing nearer, a moment that will lift your spirit in ways you have never experienced before, as if life itself is preparing to place something precious into your hands that you once believed was out of reach. There is a quiet tension in the air around you, not of fear, but of anticipation, the kind that arrives right before a revelation, right before a curtain lifts, right before a long-awaited truth finally steps into the light. The beautiful surprise on its way carries the weight of timing, patience, and unseen preparation, and while you may not see anything shifting on the outside yet, your soul already senses that change is approaching, like a soft echo traveling through your heart from the future. You have come too far to doubt your worth now, too far to question whether your journey has meaning, because everything you endured, everything you held together in silence, is converging into a moment that will remind you that you were never overlooked, never forgotten, never left behind by life. There are people who will soon see you in a new light, people who once misunderstood your quiet strength but will now recognize the depth of your heart and the courage you carried through storms no one else knew you were fighting. Someone who once stayed distant will feel an unexpected pull toward you, drawn not by chance but by realization, by awareness, by the awakening of truth within their own heart. The beautiful surprise approaching your life may come in the form of a conversation that changes everything, a voice that returns when you least expect it, or an opportunity that appears so suddenly that you will pause for a moment just to absorb how real it feels. When that moment arrives, it will not come with noise or chaos, it will come with a calm certainty, a quiet assurance that this was always meant to find you. And as your story expands into this new chapter, your experience will become a beacon for others, a gentle reminder for those who are still waiting in silence that transformation travels slowly before it arrives. Your journey is entering a realm where gratitude will begin to replace heaviness, where clarity will begin to replace confusion, where hope will begin to breathe again inside the places that once felt tired and worn. The beautiful surprise on its way carries not only joy, but understanding of why certain endings were necessary, why certain goodbyes shaped you, why certain delays protected you from what was never meant to grow with you. Soon you will feel a renewed sense of direction, a deeper connection with your purpose, and a quiet awareness that your life is no longer standing in the shadows of uncertainty. And in that moment of realization, your heart will naturally extend its light outward, your story, your insight, your voice will gently reach others who may be standing where you once stood, inviting them to reflect, respond, and walk beside the unfolding of their own journey, as if your transformation inspires them to express their truth as well. There will come a turning point where everything inside you aligns. Your mind grows still, your heart grows brave, and your spirit recognizes that the future waiting for you is kinder than the past you survived. Paths you once thought were closed will begin to open, and people you never expected to cross your life again may reappear with sincerity, humility, and deeper understanding. The beautiful surprise approaching you is not ordinary, it carries warmth for your spirit, strength for your soul, and possibility for your dreams, and when it reaches you, it will feel like stepping into light after a long night of silence. In that moment of alignment, you will feel guided, supported, and surrounded by a sense of belonging that reminds you you're not walking through life alone. And as this unfolding continues, you will find yourself naturally staying connected to the journey ahead, drawn forward by curiosity, faith, and the quiet promise that there is still more beauty waiting to reveal itself. So remain calm, remain steady, and let your heart stay open to what is approaching, because the story of your life is not slowing down, it is deepening, expanding, rising into a chapter that will fill your days with meaning and your nights with peace. The beautiful surprise coming your way is already in motion, already making its way toward you with intention and grace, and soon you will feel its presence not as a distant hope, but as a living reality unfolding before your eyes. When that moment reaches you, when your spirit recognizes it and your heart embraces it, you will know without hesitation that everything you waited for, everything you endured, everything you trusted through uncertainty was guiding you toward this extraordinary blessing that was always meant to find you. My beloved child, as you stand in this final stretch of waiting, feel how the world around you has grown quieter, not because nothing is happening, but because something extraordinary is gathering its final form, preparing to step into your life with a grace so pure that your heart will recognize it instantly. You are standing at the edge of a turning point, where every unanswered question, every silent hope, every moment you carried your strength alone begins to make sense in a way you never imagined before. The beautiful surprise on its way has traveled through time, through choices, through unseen circumstances just to arrive in your story at the exact moment your spirit is ready to receive it. And right now, the future is breathing closer, the air feels charged with purpose, and life is gently guiding you toward a moment that will feel like the soft opening of a long-closed door, revealing light you always believed existed, but never knew how close it truly was. There will come a moment when your heart pauses in disbelief, not out of fear, but out of awe, because what unfolds before you will reflect every effort, every prayer, every quiet act of patience that you thought went unnoticed. Someone will speak with truth and sincerity, someone will step toward you with clarity and intention, and an opportunity will emerge that feels aligned not just with your dreams, but with your soul's deeper purpose. The beautiful surprise approaching your life carries closure for old doubts and renewal for the hopes you kept alive in silence, and when it arrives, it will feel gentle yet powerful, calm yet overwhelming in its meaning. You will sense that this moment was never random, it was always written into your path, waiting for the version of you who has grown, healed, and risen through every unseen battle. Soon, you will witness how life shifts in subtle yet undeniable ways, conversations begin to flow differently, timing begins to align, and the heaviness you once carried slowly turns into clarity and peace. The beautiful surprise coming your way will not erase your past, but it will transform how you remember it, turning pain into wisdom and waiting into strength. There will be a day when you look back and realize that nothing was lost, everything was being rearranged, refined, and prepared so that what truly belongs in your life could reach you without chaos, without confusion, without doubt. In that realization, your heart will soften, your eyes will brighten, and your soul will feel at home within the moment unfolding before you. And as your story steps into this new light, your spirit will feel grounded in gratitude, not because everything suddenly became perfect, but because you will finally see how every delay protected you, how every detour redirected you, and how every quiet season shaped you for something greater. The beautiful surprise on its way is not just a blessing, it is a revelation of how deeply you were guided all along, even when you felt alone, even when you questioned the path, even when the future seemed distant and unclear. You will understand that your journey was never stagnant, it was evolving, aligning, and preparing you for a chapter that carries meaning, connection, healing, and fulfillment. So let your heart stay open, let your spirit remain steady, and step forward with quiet confidence into what is approaching, because your life is about to welcome a moment that will change how you see everything, your past, your strength, your purpose, and your future. The beautiful surprise coming your way is closer than your doubt, nearer than your fear, already moving toward you with intention and grace, and when it finally reaches you, you will know, not through explanation, but through a deep, peaceful certainty, that this is what your soul had been waiting for all along.